Hey guys, and welcome back. So today I am digging through my archives and I am deciding to post this build that I made months ago. I don't even know how long at this point. It's been up on my gallery for so long. And I was like digging through all of my footage and I was like, wait a second, I never posted this. So today we are making apartments in Del Sol Valley, and they are for the aspiring famous actors and singers and comedians alike. So let's jump in. I built this like way after For Rent came out, by the way. Like I built this probably, I want to say like last summer, perhaps. It's been a long time. So I don't even know what the fuck we're about to see, if we're being completely honest. But that's the fun of it, right? It's like you guys don't know what's going to happen and I don't know what's going to happen. It's so fun. So in this build, I decided that I wanted to make kind of like prefabbed sort of apartments in a super rundown apartment building in Del Sol Valley. So this is in like the little court area. It kind of doesn't make sense why an apartment building this big would be in a court area like that, but the fucking lot is huge. So obviously I was like, we need to fill this. And that's exactly what I did. So you'll see the basic shape now, and it's very rundown sort of esque, and you know, every apartment is the exact same. So I really only put in the essentials like a toilet, a sink, a shower, or a tub. I don't remember what I put in, honestly. And a little kitchen sort of vibe. So everything is laid out for you. You just kind of have to decorate it yourself. And I only decorated one apartment. So this was actually for like my personal playing. I honestly never built this intending to like do anything with it, but I like it. I like the build, and I think that it turned out pretty cool. So one of the apartments is actually fully decorated for one of my Sims that I play with on my own time, and she has been living here and working on her acting skill, and that's what we're here to do today. So upstairs, there's actually sort of like a communal area. There's a really rundown gym, and there is a little like acting sort of studio space where your Sims can go and practice acting, and there's like a green screen there, a little camera. None of that stuff is functional, but you know, you can go up there and perform scenes and stuff like that, so you can work on your acting skill in your apartment building. It kind of looks like a jail from the outside right now, I won't lie. I went with these like windows that were really run down and kind of dingy and gross, but I liked it. I thought it looked pretty cool, and I used a lot of For Rent in here. This was like pre a lot of packs. Like this was before Life and Death. Was this low-key might have been before Love Struck. I honestly don't remember. And I really wanted every apartment to feel the exact same, because that's kind of how these apartment buildings feel a lot of the time, where it's just like the same cookie cutter apartment and you kind of have to decorate it yourself to like really do something with it. And I feel like that's fun. Like you kind of get to add your own personality to it while still keeping up with what the actual build itself looks like. So that was super fun. This is going to be off topic, but I need to talk about Eternal Sunshine Deluxe, Brighter Days Ahead. Ariana did the damn thing. I'm so serious. Every single song on that deluxe felt so purposeful and incredible. There's not a single bad song on that deluxe. And the short film that she made for it had me in tears. I have watched it now probably like 20 something times. I'm addicted. You could tell she just put her all into this, and the Eternal Sunshine era definitely means a lot to her. And it means a lot to me. It means a lot to a lot of people, I feel like. And she really, you can tell, has fallen back in love with music in a new way. And it feels very fresh, and it's not the same. This is not the same Ariana that we have been listening to since we were kids, you know? Like this is a full-grown Ariana and very mature. And I love every single track. Like Hampstead, sobbed the first time I listened to it. Dandelion has me shaking ass. You could tell she was fighting back a yeah to put in there. We all heard it. We all know. We got a couple yees, but she was trying to throw in a yeah. I knew it. I felt it. And I love Ariana so much, and everything that woman does is so incredible. So I'm really excited for this era and its continuation. And just like having her dad in the short film and using songs that were from the original Eternal Sunshine as well, like Supernatural. That is, she even said it, it was the hit that got away. Supernatural is one of my favorite Ariana Grande songs ever. And the fact that it finally has a visual, it might not be a full music video, but that doesn't matter. Like, we have a visual of it. I'm like, this is perfection. 10 out of 10, no notes. Right? I'm obsessed. But now, you know, getting back to our build a little bit, you'll see now there is 6 apartments.
Dumbass. 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 Dumbasses. Dumbass. 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 Dumbass.
And each apartment is super gross. So on the outside, I actually put in like cracks in the concrete. I really wanted it to like look gross. I wanted it to feel like it was like, okay, this is my first apartment. This is like not a forever thing. And who knows, like maybe if someone buys it and they can fix it up, and it's kind of like a fixer-upper apartment building sort of vibe. And who knows, I might end up editing this and, you know, giving it a little zhuzh, giving it the love that it deserves. They're kind of big, honestly, but they're all studio apartments with 1 bathroom. And you'll see upstairs now that there is the one little tiny room that's for acting, and then there's the gym as well. So I needed to make sure that, you know, your sim had everything that they needed. Even though it's not, you know, the most spectacular of apartment buildings, they still have a gym. You know, they still have the essentials and what is needed, you know, to live and do things. So I'm now putting in this gross wallpaper from like the basement kit. I love this wallpaper. I think it looks so gross. That is so fun. I love gross builds in The Sims. I won't lie. I think it's so fun. And I used a lot of the werewolves and like just like run down sort of gym equipment. This was Love Struck. Okay, so I did make this after Love Struck. Okay, this wasn't that bad. I really thought this was like early last summer, and I was just like really holding on to this build for whatever reason. But now I'm working on the gym upstairs, and I placed in some lockers. It's really nothing special, like nothing to rain home about, but it's fun. And I think, you know, your Sims will come here. I put a lot of those little like mouse holes too from City Living. I grossed this bitch up. It's nasty. It's nasty, and that's okay, okay? We can't always live in the Del Sol Valley Hills from start. And I feel like it's fun to like work towards something and, you know, have your Sims grow and flourish in their own special way. So actually, the reason why I built this was because my one sim, she had grown up into a young adult, and I really wanted her to be an actress. So I had her move out. She moved out of her family's place, and she moved here with her boyfriend, by the way, and they lived in a little studio. Now in this little acting room, you'll see that there's like a bunch of little chairs and like fold out chairs and stuff like that. So I had my sim, she was practicing her acting skill, and I just like don't play with acting enough, I feel like, and I really just was like feeling it one night, and when I tell you I stayed up until probably 5 a.m. playing with this sim in this apartment, and her apartment ended up looking amazing. You know, I was able to earn enough money to really build it up and make it look really cute. I changed out the flooring and stuff like that. But this apartment, it's cheap, I will say. So when you live here and you actually like are playing with for rent here and living in one of the apartments, not owning it, that's expensive. But when you live in just like one of the apartments, it's not that bad. I forget the exact price, but I know it wasn't more than like 1,200 simoleons. It was, or it might even be cheaper than that. I think it was like closer to 800 simoleons. It was pretty cheap. It's not going to dent the bank, let's say. Okay, it's fine. And I don't know, I just like love the idea of my Sim struggles. I think it's so fun, and I love building them up from nothing. And even though she grew up in a really rich household, like my Sims family, I think I'm on generation like 12 of them. Like there is so many generations of this family. And so I really wanted her to like come from nothing. Like she was like, no, I'm going to do this on my own. I'm going to become an actress, and I'm going to get my star on the Sim Walk of Fame. And that's how this storyline started, and that's why I did this build. So I'm now doing the upstairs bathroom. There's like roadie stains on the walls. I put stains everywhere. It was disgusting. It was so gross. I love builds like that though. It feels super realistic, and I definitely upgraded it in my gameplay. So I'm definitely going to make a video upgrading this apartment building and making it super nice and fresh and gorgeous. And I'm really excited to, renovate this. I think that's something that I kind of want to get into a little bit this year, maybe, is like renovating some of my older builds, because some of them are so bad. So bad. But that's the fun of it. I want to get more into like build challenges, because I build a lot and I build from scratch, and like whatever is like in my mind, I'm like, let's put it to paper and build it in the game. So I think it would be super fun to like take things that I've already done, or, in Nordhaven, even, there's kind of like its own build challenge. They put in like a broken down sort of building, and I think that would be so fun to just like spin it and make it look super cute. You'll see now, this is kind of the layout, the general layout of all of the apartments. I made them all identical to each other, just like flipped. So there's a washer and dryer in unit for each of them, and honestly a pretty large kitchen. Like, the apartment itself is really nice. If you like upgrade the appliances and the cabinets and what is actually in said apartment, you can make it look gorgeous. Like, it's a big space. So I definitely wanted to make sure that like your Sims had enough room to like grow into, sort of situation. And who knows, they might own their own apartment. I look at For Rent as like a segue. I like using it in a way that it's like my Sims can all live on one lot together, even though if they're not in the same household. Because like, say I want to have 3 kids, but I already have, my brother and my 2 parents and a dog. You know what I mean? Like, you can't have that many Sims. So I like just that's what I use For Rent for mostly. I don't like being a landlord. I don't want to be a landlord. That's not fun. I think landlords are gross. So I'm not about that sort of gameplay, but I do love the idea of like all my Sims being able to live in one space. So you could even fill this with like a bunch of friends, right? That all move into an apartment building together, but they each have their own space, but they all join together in communal areas, and you can form a club for them. So that way it's easier to like get them to gather in one apartment, do a book club. I definitely am like, I will say, I feel like this year is like the year of my wheels turning. Okay, I have so many ideas that like I don't know how to get it all out fast enough. Like, I'm trying my hardest to like batch record and do a bunch of things at once, so that way I can like really like churn out a bunch of content. But it is so difficult because the ideas just keep coming. Like, I can't stop. That's the thing I love about this game the most, is the endless creativity that you have, and seeing other people do certain things is even more amazing, because it's like, whoa, I never even thought to do that. And I actually posted a TikTok this past week asking people their most unhinged storyline. Like, I wanted to hear the craziest thing that you've had your Sims do. So if you want to give my Sims talk a follow, it's Robbie Plays Sims _. And if you want to just like, throw in some unhinged ideas that you guys may have, I'm here for it, okay? I'm looking for new ways to spice up my gameplay and try something new. So any idea is welcome, okay? And some of the things I've been seeing is fucking crazy. Like, people have great ideas for like super unhinged gameplay, and I kind of want to do like an unhinged series and really get it going. So, any idea is a great idea, okay? I'm open to anything, and we'll see what I end up coming up with for that unhinged series, but it's cooking. And I think it's going to be good. So I'm excited. Now you'll see the outside is getting painted. It's really ugly. It does look like a jail. Like, it's not a cute build by any means. And I think that that's the most exciting part, is being able to like, now I'm going to go back and like renovate it and make it look super cute. I'm even doing new windows. Like, I'm going to redo the entire fucking thing, because why not? Duh, like, it doesn't have to be a realistic renovation. But I love the idea of like doing like an outdoor sort of rooftop situation up here and like having grills and a hot tub and, you know, games tables and just a place for your Sims to like come and hang out. And I feel like that's like a lot of like luxury apartments. Like they have that. So this apartment building definitely doesn't have it right now because they're not luxury at all. And you'll see here, I'm actually renovating. This is like the apartment that I had my Sim move into, which I ended up changing out the furniture when she moved in because she had some stuff that I like took from my Sim's house and used as her room furniture. But this was kind of like the general layout, and I used a lot of gross shit. The Sims teams has been working overtime and giving us gross items and a lot of those like wall decals, I guess, of like splotches and mold and stuff like that, which is so exciting because I love making rundown places. Like I really want to make a dive bar and make it so gross, but you know every time you go, you're going to have a great time. But now you'll see it's like literally copy and paste. Like I'm doing the exact same thing in all 4 apartments. That to me is what took the longest. It was like making sure everything was done and looks the same and everywhere. It took forever because it was just like 4 of the same fucking thing over and over and over again. And originally I was going to make it 6 apartments, and I'm really glad I didn't because that would have been bonkers. I would have lost my mind. I was losing my mind with 4. So imagine having 6. That would be crazy. Why would I do that to myself? I don't know.
Dumbass. 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 Dumbass.
Back to my life a little bit. So getting a little bit back off topic, I am really excited because I've had a lot of birthdays recently, like in my life. Like 3 of the closest people in my life are this week, and they're all Aries. Leo and Aries, they just get it. Okay, they get it. And I am so happy that 2 out of the 3 already, their birthdays have happened and they loved their birthday gifts. I love gift giving. It's one of my favorite things ever, which is really weird because I don't like getting gifts. Like I'm just like, nah, I don't need it. Like I'd rather just spend quality time with a person, but giving someone a gift, I don't know. It's just like seeing their reaction and putting thought into it is like one of my favorite things ever. And so I'm really excited to give one of my friends her birthday gift this weekend. I think she's gonna really like it. I love giving gifts to people. I think it's so fun, and it's so funny because I love giving gifts to my friends, but my family, I'm like, you guys, I see you all the time. I'm not giving you a gift. Like, your gift is my presence. Your gift is me doing the dishes downstairs. And I just think it's so funny, like, how opposite I am with everything. But and don't get me wrong, I give my family really good gifts, but I prefer giving them to my friends. I don't know. I feel like it's just like me showing them my love. And, you know, now that we're like getting older and we're adults and we do adult things, and it's like hard to like see each other all the time. So it's just nice to like show my appreciation to them. So I'm really excited to give her this gift. I can't wait. I think she's gonna love it. I'm so excited. I also like want to talk about a little bit like getting into Twitch. So I have never streamed ever, me playing The Sims, and it makes me so nervous because I feel like I would be a really boring Twitch streamer because when I play the game, I'm like most of the time rotting in bed. Like I have a lap desk that I place down for my Sims laptop and my mouse and everything. And I just sit there and I watch movies and I play. I've never like actually done like a long form sort of like stream where it's like, okay, I'm going to sit down at my desk, play The Sims, and talk to people at the same time. I feel like that would stress me out. I'm like nervous, but I really want to start streaming. So I don't know. I'm working out how to go about it and come up with like a schedule for myself because I feel like it's something that I'm very passionate about and I would love to do. I just like am nervous, I think. I'm nervous to push the button and just go with it. So bear with me, but I will be starting to stream on Twitch soon. I'm thinking about it. I'm working out how I'm going to do it. It's going to happen. Just give me time. Okay? Give me some grace there. For now, we're just going to stick to some YouTube videos and TikToks. Okay? And that's that on that. So now you'll see I am doing some basic furniture in the builds. So I did end up furnishing them. I really didn't think I did. Each also has a closet. They have everything. Or is this I think this is her apartment. I think this is my Sims apartment and the other one was her boyfriend's. I think that's how I did it. Or maybe this is her friend's. I genuinely, when I tell you guys, I don't remember what I did. I could not tell you for the life of me. This is her apartment. This is where she lived. Okay, now it makes sense. I'm like, wait a second, what's going on? And then I did, yes, I had her boyfriend move in downstairs. So they didn't live together at first and then they moved in with each other. But I kind of went with like a funky layout here. I was like, she was a very bright Sim. She's very bright, has a lot of color. I'm talking about her as if she's like still around. Like this Sim is long gone. I'm really sad about it, but it's okay. This Sim was super bright, very colorful, obviously wanted to be an actress. And so I used a lot of like really fun colors in here. And it just felt sort of like a mishmash of things, just like thrown all together in this apartment. And that's what I wanted it to feel like. I'm really happy with, you know, the way it all turned out. And I low-key might play in here again. I feel like in my Let's Play, my Cursed Legacy Challenge, I feel like Iris would definitely move in here, okay? They seem like the type that would live in squalor for a minute because their family is a wreck. Mother is evil. Dad is dead. Like, they don't have a lot going on, okay? And the simoleons are not flowing in that family. So we gotta work out the kinks a little bit. But now I am assigning each of the units, and I think it's time to take you guys on a tour of the build. All right, so let's go on a tour. From the outside, it looks gross and run down. So this is like the overview of the area. So I connected all of the concrete to the surrounding areas just because it needed it. And there's like a bunch of cracks in the walls and a bunch of cracks on the floors and everything like that. So when you first come up, this is our little entryway area. So you'll see there are 8 full apartments that, you know, you can live in, and it's disgusting in here. This is the mail slot, everything. It's nasty. So this is apartment number 1. In here, we have our little bathroom with our laundry. This is the kitchen space with a dining table and everything like that. Like I said, this is where my Sim's boyfriend lived. So it's, you know, pretty bare. I didn't want to put too much into it. And the little mouse holes and stuff. And this is his living room area over here. And this is the bedroom space. So then this is basically what the rest of the apartments will look like. They're super unfurnished, bare bones, just a closet, the kitchen, basically whatever would come in an actual apartment is in here. And yeah, so there's that. And then over here, we have 2 more of the exact same layout. Up here, 1 more. Across the hall, we have 2 more. Same thing, same size, everything. And then over here, we have sort of like a little library nook. So I wanted to, like, you know, have your Sims have something. And then this is the apartment that I decorated for my Sim personally. And this is where she lived. So, you know, she had all the bare necessities, whatever she needed, very bright and vibrant and colorful. And then you come back up the stairs over here, and this is where we're in sort of the like communal space. So over here we have the electrical unit and the water unit, and in here we have the gym with a bunch of cracks, nasty mold on the walls. It's really gross, really gross. And then in here we have sort of like a public bathroom. So, you know, if the Sims need to use it during their gym time or if they're practicing their acting, they will come here and do that. And I put down like some books and stuff to make it look like they're reading some of their scripts and practicing their acting skill. And that is the entire Del Sol Valley apartment build. So you can download this now on the gallery using my EA ID, Robbie Plays Sims. And I hope that you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will see you all next time.